Hello everyone, this is Debbie Bilello, bringing you another Evernote video on how to use Evernote with your Stampin' Up! Business. So I wanted to get you started on this. By now you should have looked at the first video and decided if this is how you want to proceed. You should have downloaded onto your laptop or desktop the Evernote program. After you would have gone into evernote.com, set up an account, and then downloaded the program onto your computer and your devices that you want to use it on. So you would do that. Um, so you'll have an account. You should have been able to sign in, and this is what you should get to. This is where you should be at this point in time. If it's on your laptop, this is how it'll look. So it looks a little bit like a uh, Outlook. Microsoft Outlook kind of setup, if anybody's familiar with that. So anyway, this is how we're going to get started. So you have probably one note and one notebook in your file right now. That one note, that note is probably this getting started note right here. And so the left-hand column shows your notes and your notebooks and your tags. This side shows the list of your notes. The bottom is the preview of your notes. So there's several different ways that you can look at your notes. So let's go to view. This happens to be called the list view. You see right here these different views that you can look at. So there's another one called the snippet view. So you'll get just a little part of what's in your note, and then the note is to the right of that. You can have a card view, which gives you, this is kind of like almost like a little snapshot of the beginnings of your, I guess it's supposed to be like a business card maybe to view some of the stuff. So I happen to like the list view because that just allows me to look at things, everything right along the line here, when it was created, when it was updated, the notebook, and when I show you tags and whether it has gone into a sync at this point in time. So if you look at the other ones, that information is just a little bit more scattered. So I like the clean lines of the list view. That's my preference. So I want to show you how to get started putting a note in. It is as easy as click on new note to get a new note started. So maybe this note, you're going to go down here at the bottom to work on your note. This is just going to file it in your list in your notebook. So here it's going to be, you're going to start your note, Evernote Basics for Stampin' Up! Demos. So we're going to, that's what our note is going to be titled. So we can start typing in here. We can add anything we want to the note at this point in time. It's just like typing in a Word document or whatever other document. Each time you start a note, it will automatically go to a default notebook. Now, these all stack up. This is just, see where these arrows are, you can open up each of these. So in your notebooks, you will automatically start with one default notebook. You can add notebooks as you go. So I don't think it says default notebook. I don't know what it says. It may just say first notebook or something like that. You can rename it anything you want to rename it. So anything you put in is going to go to this notebook. So if you right click on the name of that, you can go right here and you can rename it. Mine in my Virtual Office Solutions Evernote is called Action Pending. And it's action pending because it's kind of a dumping ground for everything that I need to do. It's my action list. Anything that needs attention from me goes into that folder because I send things to it from a variety of different places, either by email or by snapshot or by voice notes. It all goes in there so that when I sit down to do my work for the day, I can sort through my priorities and get those going. So you can name this notebook anything you want to name it. You can name it, I don't know, stamps. Let's say you wanted to put stamps in there, that notebook. But remember, it's a default, so everything's going to go in there. So I like either default notebook or action pending or something to that effect that knows that it's a funnel. It's the kind of the collection point for all of your notes. From there you can move them. So ways to get things into a notebook. You can, and this will be a little bit challenging to show you this on the computer. So so I'm just going to tell you this, and then at some point in the future I can maybe demo for you how to do that on your phone. So you're going to add a note, basically from anything. You can also email things into your Evernote account. So you have a email address associated with your account. So if you go to Tools, Account Info, this here is an email that's associated with your account. So if you wanted to send anything to your account, say you got an email, someone sent you an email about maybe a workshop that's coming up, or an event that you want to do with your with Stampin' Up, you know, a vendor fair, anything like that, you can send that note, that email, right into your Evernote to prioritize it and to put it in your action list. So by using this email address, okay, so it's going to be whatever it is. So put it in your address book. So when you go to forward the email, say you get an email and you go to forward that email to your Evernote, and you just start typing in whatever your email address is for Evernote. You start typing it in. If it's in your address book, it's just going to pop up. You don't have to retype all of that lengthy email address every single time. So, but you do have an email associated with it, so you can send things to it. So, so once you get the notes in here, I'm going to flip over to my my other account, just so, because I want you to be able to see how much information you can use in there. So I've kind of set it up so it's not going to give you a whole lot of information on any information that I need to keep private. So most of this will take us right into my Stampin' Up! Notes, because that's what I've opened up to. So in my first video, I talked about the bunny box that I did, and I wanted that to be, I added the note, I put it, the instructions in. You see it's right here. It may not be that easy to find each time, but it's right here, and I'm going to open it up so you can see what the contents are of my note. I'm going to open it up big. So you see my title, and I did this by starting a new note. I happened to copy and paste it from another document I was working on, because I had all my directions that I was printing out. So I copied and pasted it into here. This tells me what supplies I needed. And I printed this out for my class, and it said, you know, my basic instructions, how to embellish it. And then I was able to open Evernote on my phone and open this particular note, and I went right to the end of that and then clicked on the camera and took a picture of the bunny boxes. Now this picture is a little big. I probably could have made it smaller. It wasn't that important to me, so it just was more more about capturing all that information in the same place. So once I did that, I had the bunny box in here, and so now I'm just going to close that note out so you can see the rest of it. So I have the note. It's titled Bunny Box. It has all the information. It has the picture attached to it. So now up here you can see when it was created, when it was updated. That was, well, it was created yesterday, updated today, even though that says, what is today? Today's the 18th. Anyway, the title is Bunny Box. This is the notebook that I put it in. Once it came into action pending, I didn't want it to sit there, because as I do my tasks, I move them out, and they go somewhere else. So they go into the appropriate files. So, so I moved that into my paper and patchwork. Now this is where I talked about the tags. Here, where it says Bunny Box, just above it, it tells the notebook, and you can click on this and move it to any notebook. These are all my notebooks. I don't want to get into that though, because there's a lot of stuff in there. These are the tags. Remember I said I did this event for the Dairy Princess, or I did this project for the Dairy Princess event. So in a couple years, after I've done this a few times, I may want to go back and reference the things I've done for the Dairy Princess event. So I tagged it Dairy Princess. I also got the bunny box as a swap. I did that as a swap at the Glad Heart event, so I tagged it Glad Hearts. I'm also doing it at one of my Stampin' Chat classes, which I did last night. So I tagged it Stampin' Chat. You can put as many tags as you want on these documents. You can just, I don't know, I don't even know if there's a limit to how many tags you can have. And then at some point, I want this to go in my library on my website. So I also tagged it website. So now if I want to find this, let's say I don't know, I'm way down here in the list. So I got all these things, and I can't find it because there's too many things here. So I'm going to be sure I click on notes because I want to search all of my notes. And I'm going to go up here to the search and I'm going to look for bunny box. And it's going to take me right to it. My computer's a little slow today, but here's, and for some reason, bunny must be in this somewhere along the way, and I'm not going to click on that just because I don't want to run out of time. But let's say I wanted to find things that I did at the Dairy Princess event. So I know that I have a tag for Dairy Princess, and I'm going to type that in, and I'm going to press enter, and it's going to bring me everything that I've done at the Dairy Princess event. Now last year, or 2 years ago, I'm not sure when, well it must have been last year, 2013, this was the, well, I thought maybe I did that right, but I did not. So I had found something that I wanted to use for the Dairy Princess event. It happened to be on Dawn Olszewski's site, so I saved it. And so that's in there because it's tagged Dairy Princess. Here's another one that I did. Sometimes, and this was back before Pinterest. I mean, I know Pinterest is huge now and you can collect a lot of things there. But this is what I used before. So these were some of the projects that I've done in the past. This was the one I wanted to show you. This cow was just adorable, and I thought it was just perfect for a Dairy Princess event. So it's got the got milk and the little straws, and then the cow. So I thought that was adorable. So I can look back and see all the things that I've done at the Dairy Princess event. So now if I want to know different things that I've got or from the Glad Hearts, I can click on Glad Hearts and it'll bring me different searches for that because that's how I tagged it. Remember we did these fun birthday cards. So that was good. If you tag it appropriately, you can search for it. Now, I want to show you, let's see if I can do that. So I also have my inventory in here, and then this will be the last of what I show you because we're going to run out of time here. But if I need to look for something that has flowers in it, this will bring me all my stamp sets that have flowers in it. Has anything that I have tagged flowers. So I want to get down to the bottom of this where you'll be able to see some of my stamp sets that I put in here. Day of Gratitude. See it says flowers here. If I click on that, that's a visual of the stamp set. And I tagged it that way because it had flowers in it. Now it's also tagged with gratitude, leaves, thank you. So if I wanted to do a thank you card and I wanted to know what stamp set had thank you in it, then that's how I would find that. I would just type in thank you and make sure you're in your notes folder so you get all of your notes, anything that has thank you in it. So I can find Pennant Parade apparently has a thank you in it. And there it is right there. And see how it highlights right there? So this one has thank you in it. There's some other things in here. I'm not going to start clicking through because here's the anyway, there's a bunch of those with thank yous in it. So maybe this one had something in it too. So that gives you an idea anyway of what we're looking at. So I think that's probably it for now. You'll have a good idea of how to search those, and we will get into more details as we go on. So enjoy. Email me with any questions you might have. Talk to you soon.